Okay, I want to say hello again everybody. It's only me, Wushu Richard. I want to say hello to everybody. This is another video. In this video I'm going to talk to you about martial arts combat. Okay, in terms of combat, I'm not promoting violence, okay, but what I'm going to talk about is the attacking principle, okay, the attack in martial arts. Any style. And remember, martial arts is about reality, okay, health and self-defense and all of that, okay. So as a human being, you have the right to defend yourself, okay. Martial arts teaches us skills that we can use, right. So anyway, what I'm talking about then in this video is the age-old thing in the martial arts. When you hear it. You hear two strong points which both make sense. One thing is, especially like in karate, for example, when they say like in karate there's no first attack, I mean basically, or like sorry, put that another way. I mean, it's like it's all about defense, and then you attack, self-defense. And in martial arts, that's what it's about. In martial arts, we're taught to like use it for self-defense. You don't really want to hurt people. You don't want to hurt others. But this is the thing, okay. Here are the two strong points, and the thing is, it's arguable. I mean, which one's better? Which one's the right one to take, to choose? One is that the first one, which is about defense. They say. For many reasons, for the moral of it, for the moral reasons, obviously, you should not attack first, because that makes you, the same as your enemy, your attacker. A good man has no enemies, they say, no, or woman. But I'm just saying, really though, for the moral of it, you're not supposed to attack first. It's like you defend against the attacker, and if you need to use some force to defend yourself, you will, in attacking wise, counter-attacks, whatever. But what it is another point of that, another reason why, it's, that it's better to attack, wait for the opponent to attack first, is because you want to read off of your opponent's movement and position and everything. If you just go in blindly and attack first, it's like running into a street. You have to look for the cars coming. So it's like, if you go in and attack blindly, even if you think you've got a good guard or a good setup, whatever, you could get caught unstuck and you could get hit in the process. So usually in martial arts we're taught to listen, as in not with the ears but with our whole sense, our whole body, our feeling, and read the whole situation like you're playing ping pong or table tennis with someone and the ball's coming and you have to read that as it comes. So it's the same thing. You want to learn to have reactions. The attacker's the one who's got something wrong, with his mental psyche, obviously, and he wants to attack you, and you're not the crazy one, you're just defending. So that's the moral of it. And also you're watching so that you can read better what's coming and how to block against that and how to move in and how to attack, if you are going to counter-attack, with good precision and good guard and cover. So you're using his position against him, the attacker, or his or hers, and their disposition and their off balance, off the line, and they're when they attack you, they're setting themselves up for they're opening the door for your attack. It's supposed to be, and that's what you learn in the control of the martial arts. So that's one point, okay, which states it's better to let the opponent attack first, and then for the moral and the science of it, and then you attack second. If you're doing a counter-attack, you defend and then attack. Okay, so defense is first. But there's another point, okay, which I'm showing these both in this video. I'm talking about the other point, which is a very, very good point also, is that you don't want to wait. Some people say that it's best to attack first, and they strongly say this. They say never wait for your opponent to attack, because it's foolish. And we can see the point, the truth in this too, because it is foolish. If you wait for the opponent to swing out at you or come lashing out, you might be confident, you might have skill, you may have good reactions and reflexes, but it's not necessarily certain and definite. Nothing's certain anyway in anything in life, in combat, but it's not certain that you are going to be able to avoid getting hit or blocking, So you're reading off of his movement. You're second, he's first. That means he's fast, he's in before you are. And if someone's going to attack you, and if someone, even someone who's like not a trained fighter, or even someone who's not as coordinated, shouldn't be, as you if you're a martial artist, but you can still get a lot of focus. You're dealing with people. Someone could be really fast, really strong, and plus they are focusing on you too. Don't forget, and they're intent on hurting you, and they could, because they're not pissing around. Excuse my language, again, fuck's sake. But I just word myself freely to say. But you know what I mean. Someone's out to attack you and hit you. They can try to take you out, and their anger's going to build up, and when they're already built up like that, and they're ready to attack, and they mean to do you harm, they'll probably put a lot of power in, and also, even though they may not have the exact perfect training, let's say in a martial art, they might not, and then, as in that proper combat focused training, but still, they will be focusing on you. If they were intent on attacking you, believe me, you are the target. It might be aiming for your head, to your body, and let's hope they don't have a knife or anything. If they have a weapon, a knife or a gun, the best thing you can do is hand over your money if you're being robbed or whatever, your possessions if you can't get away with it, and always be aware, looking at both hands, what they've got, if they're going for their pockets beforehand. And they give it a whole body movement, your whole surroundings, so you're aware of that. Don't run out into a road or anything, but get away if you can, though. That's what I will say. Make noise, call for help, run, or whatever. Be sensible about it. Defense is always, it's all for your safety. Whether you attack first or you defend and then attack, it's all for one reason. It's just because you want to keep safe and you want to avoid getting hurt, right? Or killed. Let's hopefully not. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If someone's got a knife or anything, you know what I mean? So this is all real. It is really serious. I'm talking about in this video. But what I'm saying is, though, is this is like the ninja kind of tactics. The ninja and ninjas in ancient days, and very sensible in Budo or martial arts in general. It's like, because that's what they were like. If you like, let's say in sport combat nowadays, like in sports combat or any kind of fighting or any kind of like competition or fighting, we talk of like rules, we talk of like being fair or being honourable even. But the truth, and if you were just to catch someone off guard, or you hear people saying, "Oh, that's a cheap shot, man. That's a cheap shot." That's cowardly to just hit someone when they're looking the other way or when they're not ready. Not playing by the rules and things like this. But believe me, there's competition, warfare, fighting, all of that it shouldn't be part of our life. It shouldn't be dictating us. But it's like, but in combat, it's no joke. If it's for the survival of your life, you want to win. You want to win. What winning means is not beating someone down, but it means stopping, preventing the danger from escalating, the level of danger, a threat of somewhat of harm, possible harm being done to you, others, or themselves. And in martial arts is to keep the peace, and it's like an airbag in a car crash, or something. It's there to save your life, really. And that. So what I'm trying to say is, the ninja or the ninjas back in the day, in the ancient days, when you could as I've said this before, and I've gone on about this before, people could argue that their ways were very cowardly in that they would go in the darkness of night or in disguise, or they'd poison your food, they'd tell you, or assassinate someone while they're sleeping. They would do kind of tricks. They'd go unseen and they'd get the jobs done. But it's like, you'd say, well, why don't they come and face their enemies face to face and use their combat and beat them if they're so good? Because it's foolish, that's why. You don't stand up to someone, you know what I mean? That's why. So what I'm trying to say is, the ninjas, as I've always said, the ninja were the smartest, I believe, in some of the smartest combatants, or warriors of the ancient day, because, they would go in and get the job done without being seen. The most important thing is not proving a point how tough you are, or beating someone down emotionally, mentally, by proving how tough you are, or beating them as such, you know what I mean? Or in a fight, but it's like the most important thing is getting that job done. So if the ninjas were trying to get special, get some certain scrolls or some gold they wanted to steal from the castle, they'd want to go unseen. They wouldn't want to make a big load of noise of it and have to fight. They might be called cowards, but you know what I mean. It's like, the true thing is if you can catch people unaware, if your mind is faster than someone else's, which it always will be, if you don't tell people what you're thinking, in anything in life, if you don't tell people what your plans are, what you're about to do, and you're aware of the whole situation, and you're sneaky and you keep it to yourself, it doesn't matter what they call you. At the end of the day, two important things. One, you want to get your jobs done efficiently in your life. Good, hopefully, right? Whatever it is, you want to get it done for yourself, to help yourself get something in this life, what you want. You don't want to give yourself unnecessary hassle, right? It's ridiculous. Second thing is, do morality. Don't try to harm others and do wrong. But this is the thing. So we've got 2 points here. One is defending first, so that you can read the attacker's moves and not going blindly, and you're able to, defend and attack efficiently. Or you can go with the other point, which is going in first and attacking first, not waiting, not putting yourself in danger. Going unseen like a ninja. You're just standing there, and rather than getting into an argument with somebody, and then it escalates and the person gets more and more pissed off and angry, and then you're both in a temper, and then the guys start lashing out, and you might have to avoid that and try and fight. Rather than giving yourself all that hassle, it's like before your opponent is like in combat mode and he wants to fight, you just take him out straight away. Attack him straight away. But what I'm trying to say is that will probably win the day. You've got more chance because you'll surprise them unaware, and you'll be able to, if you were to do, I'm not promoting violence, but I'm saying if you were to put all your power in and really, do a good attack, you'd get the job done. You know what I mean? It's like when you're playing football as such. Footballers play sneaky. It's the same thing. It's the same. They'll try and get a crafty shot in, and they might have to go for that shot when they see the opening. Go and score that goal. You know what I mean? I'm not into football either, by the way. But so you see this all the time. You talk about cheap shots and people cheating and stuff. You see that in football, basketball, all forms of combat and all forms of sports in general. And people doing it all the time. You want to win, don't you? So it's about, it's what it is. So you just talk about fighting fair. You got fair and then fair, unfair. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at it, right, as I've said before, to put in the picture again, to say again, look at this in perspective again. In combat, all forms of combat, let's say in a fight, any kind of fight, it could be a sword fight, a bare hand fight, whatever fight, okay, all kinds of fighting. It's like they say all warfare is based on imagination and deception, right? Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is the cunningness, being seen unaware, is like when let's say two boxers in a boxing match, the guy wants to catch the guy out, right? It's like when a martial arts fight, same thing. It's like when someone's coming at you, lashing out to hit you, you want to block that, defend, and then hit the open area, don't you? You're hitting his open area, or like slipping a sneaky shot in. You're not telling him, I'm going to hit you in your gut, and then it's not, you know what I mean? It's like the whole time you're setting each other up. So, you know, you're not telling him, I'm going to punch you in the face now, are you? And, okay, try to block it and giving him a chance, are you? No, you're hitting high, making him block high, so you hit low. You're trying to get those hits in. You're not trying to give yourself trouble. So it's like crossing the road and looking left, right. You know, it's like hesitating in the middle of the road and you get run over. You want to decide what you're going to do and you go straight through it. Or if you want to say it in another term, in other words, I'm going to bring Bruce Lee's words back again. You know, he said, I made up my mind and that's it, baby. You better kill me before. You know, there's just that kind of attitude. That's that kind of that's what Bruce Lee said. You know, it's that kind of mentality. It's like you make your decision, you know what you're going to do, you go for it. And that's what life's like sometimes. But you can't be foolish about it. You've got to read the situation still. So what I'm going to say, okay, is going back to the thing again, going back to both the moral and the science, okay, of the first point, which is we should defend first rather than attack first. Wait for the opponent to attack, okay? You know, let's look at the moral and the science of that, and another point of that. When you talk about attacking first, you've got to remember something. There's no first attack in karate or any martial art. That's the whole thing. You're not trying to hurt people. You're trying to avoid negativity. Now you're faced with a negative threat on your life, or a threat towards you from your opponent. That is why you would attack. You wouldn't just go in and attack someone blindly. And it could be a paranoia thing, and you could end up doing the wrong thing. I'm just saying, if you feel that you're really under threat, someone's about to pull a knife out of their pocket, you know what I mean? Or it's like there's a situation where you just can't escape. Some tough guy's about to fight you. He's saying what he's going to do, or there's a group of people there and you can't escape. If you really feel you have to attack first, I'm saying the same in your choice, and saying, then this is one thing you can see from that. It's like the morality is there, even if you attack first, because it's like you've already been attacked. You see what I'm trying to say? You have to control the level of attack. You're not trying to kill someone or really do so much harm. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like you have to do the job to, you know, prevent worse from happening. You know, if they cut off the arm to save the body, or you know what I'm trying to say. You know? But it's like in life, you know, cut off the hand, save the life. But it's like, you know, the moral's there. It's like, you know, shit, this guy's about to explode. You attack, you explode first and prevent the worst from happening. You might be a really tough guy who's might be about to do something really terrible. It's like, you know, someone who's like really, really worked up and they're about to, you know, they pick a glass bottle up or whatever, or you know, or something they're just really worked up, you know, and you might slap the guy in the face, or you know, his girlfriend might slap him in the face, for example, and it'll shock him and surprise him with what snap him out. You know what I mean? Or someone like security guards, police officers, they just take someone down to the ground. You know, they have to act like that. They can't tell them what they're going to do, but they just, because they can't wait for the guy to just go mad. He could do harm, hurt a lot of people. You know, regardless of if they're holding a gun or a knife or whatever. Even someone with a bare hand or someone with that, you know, mindset they're about to explode is still the thing. So we're trying to prevent worse from happening. So that's the moral is actually there. The moral of the defend first attitude is actually there within the attack first way. Because if you choose to attack first, that should be based on the point where you've actually felt that you're actually that they're attacking you first already by the threat of it. So it's wrong, like, for you to hit someone when they haven't even hit you yet, and it's just words or their attitude. Yeah, and that has to be judged and this and that. And in terms of like real violence and stuff, you've got laws to consider too and things like that. But I don't want to go too complicated. What I'm trying to say is that, you know, you can be judgmental and guessing what's going to happen and assuming and working out. They can all be argued upon. But, you know, if you go by instinct, then it can save your life for looking at the thing and realising, you know, what's going to happen. What could happen could be worse. So if you have to attack first, and this is the ninja way, and get done what's got to be done to prevent, you know, worse happening, then that's it. That could be the best thing. So, and again, the science of that too, the science as well. The science of that is there again also. When you're doing the first point, which is the two ways, yeah. When you're doing the first way, which I've said, which is either order, but it's like you defend and you wait for the attacker to attack you first, and you block and you attack in. For that one, is like very good for the science too, isn't it? You're working with the opponent's positioning and everything, so that you can able to get a good cover and hit. You don't just go blindly, right? But we're talking about someone who's in combat. The other guy, if the guy's not attacking you first, then the guy's just standing there. So if you're going on to the other point where you attack first, the other way, then you're looking at the bodies, the guy standing in front of you, or the opponent or opponents. You're looking at their position, the way they're standing, their hands, you know, and that's what you're reading. You're still reading the attack. So you are trying your best. You can't be perfect, but you're trying your best to read the opponent, the person, the threatening person in front of you, or people, by how they're carrying themselves, regardless of if they're in combat yet, or trying to attack you physically, or if they're just talking to you very nastily, or the way they're carrying their antics, being very imposing on you. This is all their actions. You're reading that. Now I want to mention one more thing, okay? So that's very clear on that. We're clear on that, yeah? So these both have points in them. But the thing is, like, attacking first is the wrong thing to do. But it's like running away too. Yeah, remember that. You know, it's like if you were to suddenly just run away. Remember, I've said it before. You're the hero if you run away from violence. You're trying to avoid confrontation. It's the first thing you've got to do. Avoid negativity and all levels of it. Excuse me. It's the same way as you don't need to get into an argument with someone necessarily, do you? Think about it with a situation. If there's a point, fair enough, you have to work it out and see what happens, but do the right thing and with law too and the rest of it. But it's like, you know, there's no way out and you have the fight. You know, you want to win that fight, don't you? So the who's there first is the winner. It's like a race, you know what I mean? It's like the fastest, who can grab the sweets first. You know what I mean? It's like you've got to be faster than your opponent. Your mind, your reading of it, your reading, listening of that, summing up the whole situation, and then your action going straight in. Action's faster than reaction. That's what it basically is. But what is more accurate is the thing, and it can be hard to judge the whole situation. But if you were to suddenly just run away, and if you could, good. If you can't outrun the people, let's say it's a busy street, or there's a dead end, or it's hard to get away, cars there, you know what I mean, you've got to work the whole situation. So if you felt like you'd have to attack first, or something like that, then you'd have to work it out for yourself, is what I'm trying to say. So I think this is a very, very important little video talk here. And this can go into all walks of life. Now, I'm not promoting bullying. I'm not promoting violence, but you know, it happens all over the world. There's people getting mugged. I've had it in my life. I've been bullied. I've been mugged. I've been ganged up on when I was younger. I know what it's like. Now, I've seen it happening too to other people. So, bullying, let's say in schools. Okay, I'm saying that in schools, kids, this can affect them too. So, anyone, be it an adult. You could be being robbed on the street, you could be kids being bullied in school, whoever, okay. I'm just saying, martial arts skills are there, and you know, you can learn a lot from the techniques, and it can really save your life. So keep healthy and fit in body and mind, and study some martial arts and combat tactics. I'm not a fan of MMA. I believe in standing up two on your feet and fighting. I don't like this ground fighting, but You've got to learn techniques for all different situations. The true traditional ancient martial art ways are just great, you know. Karate, taekwondo, boxing, kickboxing, muay thai, kung fu, tai chi, ninjutsu, aikido, hapkido, kempo. There's some real good martial arts out there. JKD obviously, Krav Maga. There's so many good martial arts out there that are really good, and this knowledge is beautiful. I mean, it really is. You're not looking for fights, but these techniques, you know, this is great. They're tried and tested. They've been over generations, you know, been used in wars in ancient times. You fair enough, people talk about, like, you know, the world changes, man, and the way people fight changes. Yeah, fair enough, like guns and stuff, true. But as in terms of a whole body, human body, right, we've all got 2 arms, 2 legs, similar as Bruce Lee said. So that's it, you know, you just got how you can use them to the maximum, as Bruce Lee said, how you can use your body as efficiently as possible and be in top shape too. So you have to be fast. It's like the one who wants the money, you got to be the first one in. It's like the one, you know, you got to listen though. You know, you got to listen in class. The one who listens first, the one who asks more questions, the one who studies more in school, the one who's like awake to the whole situation, reading it as such, and hear where the calls are coming from. Will know which direction to go to. Will know how to study. You know, will know. You know what I mean? The one who listens to people communicating, the one who will learn more. You know, you know what I mean? It's like the one who holds his hands out. You know what I mean? The one who accepts more will have more to work with in his own way in life. You know what I'm trying to say? If you want more bullets in your gun, you know, I'm just saying in a figure of speech. I'm saying, you know what I'm trying to say. So you've got to. You know what I mean? You've got to, it all works. You know what I mean? If you want to be able to speak more, to talk about more, you have to listen to more, to read more before you can write more. You know? So, but it's like you have to do it. So someone who, you know, doesn't practice that will always be waiting around. You can't wait around. You have to take action. Otherwise, you'll always be last, waiting outside. And it's like there's a sale or something in a shop, and it's like you're the last in line, you know, you're outside and everybody's bought the stuff and you can't get anything. You can't wait, you have to go in. But it's like if negativity, okay, you've got to avoid negativity at all costs, keep away from it. So, you know, this is the thing. You know, you have to, you know, to avoid getting hit or hurt, you know, you block or you hit, you attack. Or you run away, whatever you're trying to say, or you use another way, be it politeness, kindness, mind, smart, language to communicate, body language, confuse the guy. All that is an attack. But every attack you do in martial arts is from the heart, is from love, is from moral, and you're not trying to hurt others. And it's all about defending the peace between everybody and trying to create harmony and balance from yin and yang and yin yang. That's what you're doing with your whole practice of the martial arts, and you have to put that into your real life, and by doing that you are actually becoming the essence of martial arts, which is all designed for. You know, we always talk about martial arts, how it's for your whole life and everything. Well, in life we also have like hassles, we always have like challenges, let's say negativity that we do face on a daily basis, or like dangers from time to time. So this is when we have to neutralise all that, you know, and clean it out. You've got to clean yourself out through training, from mind, thinking about all this kind of stuff, strategies and naturalness, and you know, and how to apply yourself as such with the situation. You know what I mean? It's like you when you're running on the street. Let's say you're walking and then you're running and then you approach a slippery piece of on the ground. Let's say on the ground, and there's like ice. And you run onto the ice, and then suddenly you have to adjust your steps, and you can't keep running as such because you'll slip over, right? So not only speed, but the way you do it, and that, or the way you're walking up a slope or a snowy hill. So you have to apply yourself to the world, what is, you know what I mean? Yeah, listening for the traffic lights, watching for the traffic. But you've got to get across that road before the traffic lights turn red again, you know what I mean? Otherwise you have to wait for the next round. And by that time the shop might be closed on the other side of the road. You see what I'm saying? Which is selling medicine for you to buy which is the last day for your friend who's going to die of illness if he doesn't get it tonight. So it's all fitting. But it's like before you go, you still have to eat. But it's like, before you eat your lunch, it's like it's not good to rush your food down. But it's like you're worried you have to get this for someone else. You have to quick. So you want to help others, but you don't want to waste your. So it's all balancing. Not too selfish, but not being a fool for others, running for others. Don't get into a fight for others, or do the wrong thing to be like a hero or whatever, and make yourself look more low or just as cowardly as your opponent, as your enemy. We've got to have forgiveness for others and understand that these people, even negative people, have got the wrong attitude on life, and it's because they've their experiences in life. But if you can't change them at all, that you can't change or control or redirect them that easily by yourself, your opponent or opponents, then if you can avoid it. You've got to neutralise it. It's like Tai Chi. When you in the physical, you're absorbing all the opponent's attacks and techniques with your movement, so that all their attacks become nothing and they just wear themselves out. It's the same as that. You don't want to be like a wall. You don't want to make yourself there always. You don't need to be in a negative way. You don't want to make yourself like a punching bag and you're just there to get punched and kicked. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that you're absent. So being clever with your words, pretending you don't understand, all this sort of things like that, you can be like kind of absent, that they'll give up on trying to do that. Or if you have to run away or avoid a certain situation, don't feel that to yourself always that you are like, oh, I'm so cowardly, and you feel down about yourself. You feel like, oh, you didn't face the challenge face on. You didn't, you should have proved yourself, and you start feeling bad about yourself, like you had something to prove, and you don't want to seem so weak and cowardly in front of others, and you should have got into a fight, or you should have this or that. No, it's always better that you avoid negativity. You're a hero by doing so, even if others don't see or acknowledge what you've done or what you haven't done, or people think whatever they want. Even if people think badly of you, it doesn't matter, because they're seeing it from their position, and nobody wants to get hurt. So at the end of the day, you're doing the right thing to take care of your health, your body and mind, and your life, right? And also by not hurting somebody else, right? You've done double better than somebody else has done, and they're probably slow learners. But as soon as you take actions and read and listen from your life more, and do more productive things instead in place of negative things, go on the other side of the road, for example, then you're living a better life and you're helping yourself better. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. Martial arts is not just to learn martial arts, just to learn how to fight, and life's all about competition. It's not about that. Life's too short for that. It'll be old one day. Take care of yourself and keep it real. But that's what I'm going to say. So 2 points though, yeah. So I think the ninja were really good in terms of the way they do that though, in terms of get it done. If they had to attack their opponents, they'd attack their opponents while they were not looking. If they had to go unseen or run away or run across that bridge or run around the back of the castle, they'd do it. If it weren't worth it, they'd avoid it. You wouldn't work for nothing, would you? You'd work for money. So there's no point in doing it for others and their negativity. And then again, reading the whole situation again, though, you've got to train to complement and learn how to defend against attacks if you do need to, and work in better with better strategy, because you could also come unstuck and surprise someone attacking you. So you've got a good footwork, manoeuvres and whole bodily movement and fitness, and very good coordination to an awareness, agility, power, speed, stamina, endurance, all the rest of it, breathing, and sensitivity. I want to say, take care, everybody, avoid negativity, train hard and stay safe, I always say. I will be making more videos on basic martial arts training techniques again, all kinds of different training in the martial arts, as I say. But I hope everybody enjoys the videos I do, okay, when I do. It's just simple training, my training. And I'll be happy to share when I can. Okay, so thank you everybody for watching, and thanks to my good bros online that you are. Yeah, and alright, that's what I'm going to say. Right, some more videos to come. I hope you enjoy my fun videos and my serious videos like this. Okay, I speak my mind, I say, but life's too short. Just enjoy it. It's not about fighting. But martial arts, you know, is real and good, and you have to train hard and like you mean it, you know, and make it work in your real life. Think about the truth, and also think about what you're doing. It's not, I'm doing martial arts, you know. Think about what you are doing as a person when you're with your martial arts in everything. That is the meaning of martial arts, what it's all about, yeah? Thank you very much. It's not a speech, you've got to understand, I'm not speaking to this camera. I'm just talking and making it because it sounds good. It might sound retarded and shit as soon as I add a word like fuck on the end of this sentence. It sounds childish. But you've got to look at the reality of what you're doing, okay, and what you're really living in your life. And it's not someone else's mouth or someone else's fucking, the way they speak it out like this. Keep it real. Thanks for watching. Train on and stay safe. Wish you Richard.